Oh, we're live, right? Okay.
Here we go.
Right, boys, and everybody else who's joining in, welcome to the Loft Line podcast, the first one, and hopefully it's going to be the first of many. And joining us tonight, we've got Tom Roscoe-Williams and Jamie Langrish, two of the other good local fanciers from around the area. And obviously, this first time, we're going to just chat about pigeon racing, what's going on, what isn't going on, and things what we can change, hoping to get everybody involved in the discussion. So welcome, Jamie, and welcome, Tom. How are you doing, lads?
Yeah, that's about mate. Yeah.
So straight in. So go on, Jamie. What do you think of the state of the pigeon racing in our area at this moment in time?
It's always been what it is now since I joined racing, because I've not been in it for centuries. I've only been racing 15 years, but the numbers are dwindling. Now I try to get my sons involved. They're here, there, they have a go. Some days are keen, some days are not, but hopefully when they're 18, 19, they'll come back into it. They might want to race next year, and I'll set them up with another team of young guns. But I think a lot of clubs and feds could do with joining together, because there's feds in such close circles where they could all join and fly one big fed and save ourselves money on the long run as well.
Do you think that's got a lot to do with it, the cost of it now?
Yeah, it's not. You can do it cheaply, and you could get the old clock system. But if you're competitive and you want to win, an ETS would be the best way forward, because obviously you're going to save yourself 10 seconds, 15 seconds every time you time in. It goes a long way, as we know. A bad trap's if on a T3, it's like a bad trap, really, isn't it? You lose every time you time in. I set the lads up with a kit box. We put them a little ETS in, and they've had fun for the last 2 years. One's more going to the fancy side of the pigeons, and one said to me this weekend, I want to race again next year. So it's just trying to get the young people involved, but then the parents of the minors have got to be willing to put as much work in as the kids will have to do, which puts pressure on families as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. Is that how you're seeing it, Tom?
Yeah, I think so. I think as far as racing, like Jamie said, nothing's changed in the last 20 years. Nothing changed, and I think a big factor is a lot of people in it don't want it to change or evolve. I don't like anything else. For anything else to grow and go forward, it needs to evolve, and the computer side of things, the technology side of things, everything's changing, and I think to last and get more years out of it, I think we need to move with the times, and I think that's a big problem. I think the biggest problem is trying to get everybody on the same page in the sport. The sport itself is split up. Like as Jane was saying, loads of little small organisations. And I think everyone needs to get on the same page. And for it to go forward. That's the biggest problem. I think. I think the fanciers themselves are split.
Yeah.
And I think people need to get together, talk more. Like this group, talk more, put the reviews across. Listen to people, and sort it out between themselves.
We just got a little message then off Oliver Langrish saying, "All right, lads."
All right, lads.
So do you think? So if all the clubs kind of amalgamated together, would it change the cost of initially racing the pigeons without, forget about the clocks and the expense like that, but the expense of sending your pigeons week in and week out? Do you think that's getting too expensive as well?
It is, but everything's gone up, hasn't it? So we've got to cover the cost of transport and what needs what money we need to actually make the race happen.
Evening, Alan. Alan Williams has just come on from Wrexham. So good evening, Alan. How are you, mate?
Right, Alan.
So what I'm saying is that if we formed bigger clubs, would the birdage become cheaper because you're sending more pigeons?
Not necessarily because it'd be the people, but you'd be flying against more members, wouldn't you? So it'd make it a bit exciting. Years ago, you'd be flying against 20,000 pigeons. Round our area now, you're lucky if you're getting 1,500 birds in a federation race. So if a couple of feds join together, you might get that birdage up a bit more and something to really fight for to win.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what we're saying is it's a lot of it is cost based in it. So if you get say these young kids and they want to start racing pigeons, it's going to cost them a lot of money, innit?
Well, the first year the boys flew, they started with 6 young birds in a kit box. As yearlings, they had 4 left, and luckily enough, they got one little hen that was a superstar for them, and she won the club averages, and she won the boys an RPRA award. Now, I think you can possibly race half a dozen pigeons, but you've got to be really careful of where you're buying from. Do you buy from someone who trains massively? Have you got time to match their efforts to make them birds win? Or do you go to someone who doesn't train as much but only wins a few feds each year? It depends what you want out of it. You know what I mean? It's just finding that little pocket of quality birds where hopefully you'll get one that shines. And, if they want to get half a dozen pigeons, that's all they need, if they, as long as they can keep them. And the hawks stay away from them.
So couldn't we say to get younger people involved? And now we've got social media. So we've got this massive platform now, this social media platform. So if we kind of posted races and basketing and like making a program about showing younger people what it entails and what we do, would you think that'd help to kind of bring people in to see the excitement part of it? Because that's why we do it. It's exciting, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if we could find out a way of getting people to kind of come and look at it and get involved in it, that would help in a way of showing people how we do it, really, isn't it? Because pigeons, when you're a young lad, it's been a closed shop, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You'll go to someone's house and say, "Oh, can I have a look at your pigeons?" And they go, "No, don't they?" You know what it's like.
Yeah.
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 So, like say the club holding like an open day where people can come and see the marking of the pigeons, and then even say like videoing the races and showing it all on social media. Like for my take, I think that maybe each club could have like somebody who does the social media for the club.
Yeah. I agree. I think the social media side of it is there to be used. It's massive. There's no more free advertising like social media. It's free, and I think the reach you can get to people all over the world, never mind in this country. So I think that avenue needs going down. Whether it's through the organisations of the RPRA or the Northeast Home Union, anything that I think there should be people that push it like them down them avenues, like you say, definitely.
Because I'm thinking if we use social media more, I mean, I've spoke to people and they've gone and I go, "Oh, raise pigeons." And they went, "What do you mean you raise pigeons? What are you on about?"
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even know what it is. Do you know what I mean? And I think because it's been such a closed shop for people to try to get involved in, that I think we should open that up. And the only way I think to open it up is like, I mean, your pals are doing it, aren't they, Tom? What was they called that we met at Doncaster?
Yeah, they was, I can't just remember the name at the minute, but they were pushing that side of things, going into the schools and pushing the sport forward. It was, but I thought it was great to speak to them and their ideas they had, and like I say, hopefully we could get them on the show one day and they could explain it all, because they're setting the example.
We said we'll get them on, didn't we? But
yeah.
I mean, so I think that's not a bad way to go forward, is it? By opening the pigeon racing up, I mean, to social media.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
like if we could show a race from start to finish,
yeah,
like literally getting your pigeons ready at home, taking them to the club, basketing them, putting them on the transporter, actually someone going to the race and watching them be liberated at the race point, and then having some cameras set up back at people's houses to watch them coming in, and then actually going to the club. If we could get some kind of film made of something like that, that'd work to interest a lot of people, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I know. In our club, we got approached just on a smaller scale. We got approached by the local scout group last year, and the scout leader came to us and said, "Would some people in your club be willing to come and do a talk, for the scouts?"
Yeah.
So our club's actually arranged that for this year coming, because we said basically the best time you can do it is obviously in the racing season, so they can see all the aspects, rather than a talk.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of our members we're going to go and give a talk. It's just we're going to take a few pigeons, take the clocks, and that's as a small club, that's what we're doing for the local area, like.
I mean, because we never do anything like that, do we?
No.
That's the thing, isn't it? I mean, with that enthralling doing what we do with our pigeons. Yeah, Chris Mellor's just put, evening lads, with there being more money than ever in pigeons, every federation should now subsidise under 16s and have a spare ETS system or two and free birdage to say up to 30 and free subs.
Our Bolton club's got an ETS there for any new starters that come, and use it till they're sorted.
Right.
Yeah, and Chris has also said if we can take the pressure off youngsters and the families coming into the sport, maybe we could keep them. Yeah. I mean, that's a great idea, isn't it, Chris? You know what I mean? I mean, we could even, it does really happen, doesn't it? When someone's a new starter, if we could help them out of a shed and a few pigeons and help them. But it means somebody going from your club really helping them, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
you just got to make the effort, haven't you? A lot of people, the stuff we've just been saying. I know Jamie and his lads, and when his lads were racing, was it last year or the year before? They were doing some fantastic things for the lads. They were making, they were making up prizes for them, and they were awards, and the lads were buzzing. They were putting pictures on social media, but the club really made a big effort to make them feel welcome, and I thought it was fantastic.
So that is a massive way forward, isn't it? And so let's talk on something else then. Do you think that the RPRA does enough to promote the sport?
Not that I wouldn't have said so. No, they put the stuff local, but for me, what's going in regular newspapers around the country, maybe a little section in a popular newspaper that people are going to read it.
Yeah.
Because it's pigeon fanciers that buy Pigeon magazine, so there's only us that seen them results. There's only us seeing what that pigeon's done last week, or it's like the Up North Combine. They've got massive birdage still, and they'd be like, bloody hell. But because it's only in pigeon related online and pigeon related newspapers, no one gets to see it because there's only Pigeon man who buys or looks into that stuff.
That kind of goes back to what we're saying about social media, because I mean everybody's got a phone now, haven't they?
Yeah.
Every kid's got a phone. Every young person's got a phone, and so really, we should be putting all about pigeons and racing on social media, shouldn't we?
Yeah. I've got a TikTok account, and I put videos of the tracker rings, videos of trapping, videos on lofts. I've done loads of bits and bobs on TikTok, but if people aren't wanting to search pigeons, they're still not going to see them videos, are they?
No,
if they
don't
know the way of getting it into people's heads, where actually I wouldn't mind having to do it that. But if they're not willing to search on social media racing pigeons, they're not going to see it, are they?
So as kind of we're doing this and we're talking about this, for us, it'd be a good idea to use this platform for getting it out there, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And maybe start putting videos on of what we do in the loft on this site now.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the Loft Line. So, videoing what we do in the day and like a bit of a tutorial what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because that's like a big start for it, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Because people don't kind of realize how excited you get racing pigeons, do they?
No. Not until you've done it yourself. It's like you said, it's just getting that initial interest. And then once the initial interest is there, then it's up to the pigeons fraternity to jump on it like Jamie's club did, make a fuss of the kids, the new starters, and make it. I think what happens a lot with the new starters is they come into it, and to be honest, I know it's pigeon racing, but it's not just about the racing. It's about the love of the hobby, the birds, the etc. And I think what the problem is, obviously, it must be hard to come in as a new starter and then to race against the likes of some of the top flyers in the clubs, their areas in the country, And I think it's up to the clubs and the organisations to make it worthwhile for them new starters to do, rather than just coming in and being last every week, because that's what happens generally, unless they've got the dad or the granddad who's on it.
Well,
I think
it's like what Chris Mellor just said. If we could find a way to make it free for them, free subs and all that kind of thing, and then, I mean, what's an idea we could do? Obviously, to how could you make it so that we could say, right, lads, well, you're going to race the pigeons, but the winning's not the B end of it all in the beginning. We want you to learn.
Yeah. Well,
how could you get that across?
Our Fed that I fly in now, I think it was 2 years ago, I said to Sue, our Fed secretary, I said we could do an A class and a B class. And anyone who's not won the club or topped the Fed are in the B class. And when they've topped the Fed, they go into the A class. And so the B class and the A class, they both have a prize pot. So once you're at top of the B class and you've still got another probably first 10 are going to get of the averages, will get some of the prize money that's been saved. You know what I mean? And then
so you'd have like two races in the one race.
Yeah, because and then it just makes them people who are still learning how to fly pigeons feel a bit of a buzz at Fed night that they've won their B class and they've got that in that thing because they haven't topped the club and they haven't topped the Fed, so it gives them something to fly for to progress.
It'd be like that'd be like in boxing, intermediates and then an open class where the intermediates are all fighting each other, and then in amateur boxing, like it's kind of when you start amateur boxing now, your first few fights, there's no result, you're just boxing each other.
Yeah.
So you're all kind of on the same level until you obviously get your license and that. So if we could kind of implement something like that into the clubs.
Yeah. Well, it's same with when I used to do a lot of clay pigeon shooting. There were A, B, and C class. Now, if I was to go as a new starter, I would be in C class. And when on the competitions at the end of each month, if I won C class, they'd automatically then get put into B class. So then you're playing, you're shooting against the next set of, and then if you won the B class, you'd be in A class, and that's it. Then you'd be in it for life.
Yeah. But that's right, isn't it? If you're a new starter and you don't know what you're doing. Alan Williams has just said, once you've got an under 16 involved, perhaps a senior club member could mentor him or her and take them under their wing, excuse the pun. Well, of course, that'd be fantastic. And I'm sure in our clubs, we'd have people that would do that, would help them, wouldn't we?
But definitely, And I think for the better of the flyer as well, I like the idea that he's just said about a designated one, because obviously it must be hard for a new starter to come in and you're getting like 10 different bits of advice. If you got one person that told you what to do from the start, I think that'd be a lot better, like a designated person. I think that's a great idea.
It was like when I first started in pigeons when I was a kid. I went. There was an allotment called Blackie Brook, and I went to Blackie Brook, and they wouldn't let you in.
No.
You know, it was like a closed shop, and I should imagine some of it's a bit like that, innit?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it'd be hard for a young lad to walk up to the clubhouse on a Friday night and say, "All right, lads, listen, I want to start racing pigeons." So would it be an idea initially to do it with social media, like I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if there weren't hundreds, there's not going to be hundreds of people wanting to come into it straight away. And say they're a new starter, a 16, 17-year-old lad said, right, I've got a back garden, I can race in it. What's chance of some help? Well, between on Facebook and the thousands of pigeon fanciers are on there, if they all put £2 each in, you're soon having a little loft and an ETS setup in within. You know, no one's going to begrudge sending a couple of quid, are they?
No.
No.
And also, I mean, all of us have got stuff we don't need, haven't we?
Yeah.
You know,
It's for you, Bob.
I've got a garage full of stuff I don't use.
Yeah, I've already put my name.
I've
already put my name on them boxes.
but that's what I'm saying. So we could have a Facebook page for
new starters.
You know, like maybe even use this equipment that new starters could have.
Yeah.
But obviously, you've got to be new starters because you'd get some fucking people saying, "Oh, I'm a new starter," and they're not. So we'd have to be careful of that. But that's another idea that we could have, like a list of equipment that we could give to a new starter, obviously, and even like people have old sheds they don't use, don't they, as well? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it'd take a proper effort of people helping them out, wouldn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not drive because it would be on us all the legwork to get it set up for them.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think the initial start of it has got to be, we all have to start utilising social media, don't we?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, we all have to start posting stuff and showing people stuff because obviously they don't know. If you don't know what it entails, you can't really get involved in it, can you?
No.
And unless you actually physically go and search for it, the only way to be able to get to know the ins and outs of pigeon racing is by people posting stuff on social media, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, for us starting this channel and getting going, I think we should start doing that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this channel. I think this channel and the way it's set up. I think the pigeon game's been in it for a long time. You know, everyone can comment, everyone can put other input. You know, no one's getting dictated to. You know, and I think could be a good thing.
Well, I've started this, so what I want to happen is, like, we want people we're going to get guests on every week and different people from different types of pigeon racing, and even we'll get people coming on who, like Jamie, you show fantails as well and show them all aspects of pigeon racing. But what I want this channel to be full of people talking and getting, you know, what we don't do. That's what we don't do. We don't talk enough about what we can do and what we can't do and what we should do and what we shouldn't do and have discussions. That's the problem. All these clubs are they're like all little clubs and they need to talk.
Yeah.
They need to get together. For pigeon racing for us, I mean, what's the point of having, you know, clubs breaking and doing this and doing that when you should all be racing? We all should be racing together, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying about the whole pigeon fraternity needs to come together. If this sport's going to go forward, everyone needs to be on the same page. You know, they all need to be thinking the same thing. You're not about themselves, which a lot of people do. You know, obviously everyone loves winning and we all want to win. That's why we do it, you know. But there's a lot of people out there that don't really win. They do it for the love of the sport, you know, and everyone needs to be on the same page for it to go forward, in my opinion. Because if the pigeon fraternity split, what chance has it got of going forward? It's not going to happen.
You've got none.
You know,
but that's what this is what this site this is what I'm hoping to get it to do, because
Yeah.
we never talk.
No.
Do you know what I mean? We you know, where we want people coming on and because listen, everybody's got a good idea.
Yeah.
Some people have got great ideas. Some people have got bad ideas. But
Yeah.
Oliver Langrish has come on here and put race together. I agree, Bobby. but what I'm saying is that we don't do enough talking. We need to talk, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
all the different clubs, and before long, everybody's talking about sorting stuff out and doing stuff, and then that's how things get done, innit?
Yeah, and I mean, it's like when you go to like your federation meetings. In my opinion, a lot of the federation meetings need to change at that sort of level, because all you get is the delegates that go to that meeting. You know, so you're only getting one person speaking from let's say 10, 15 members. You know, everyone should be going to the meetings and putting their own point across and listening, because you never get a right tale when someone's been to a meeting. You know, they might bullet point and write down, but if everyone went to the meeting, discussed stuff, I think it'd be far better than sending just one person that's representing 20.
Well,
you know,
that's what this site could be, couldn't it?
yeah, yeah,
You know, that's what I'm saying. It, and the reason I'm doing it on a Sunday night as well, hopefully, it's when on a Sunday we've got nothing really to do, Pigeon men. We're done, aren't we? Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
It's like the racing. We're basketing Friday, we're racing Saturday, we're racing Saturday night. Sunday's like your day off, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
Stocking them, and it makes sure they're not killing each other.
The what?
Yeah.
I've got to go and check my stock birds in a minute. Make sure I've no.
Well, that's another thing. What people listen, what you've just said there is that's another thing what people don't know about. That's what we need to be showing them, pairing the pigeons and all that. So you need to start making videos, don't you?
Yeah,
yeah.
You know, if we start making videos of the day-to-day running the pigeons and putting pigeons together, and even like now, people think racing season's over, but this is getting you busy time now, and you're starting to pair your stock up in it.
Yeah.
So if we start doing that and putting it on social media and putting it on this channel and getting it out there, it's got to get people interested in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And like I said, we'll have different guests on every week. Like next week, we've got Chris Ryan on from the Northwest One Loft race. We're going to have him coming on, and then we've got the other lad on, haven't we?
Yeah, Wade Davis from the Shropshire One Loft race.
Because that's another aspect.
Another aspect.
One Loft racing. You know what I mean? You know, people who want to get involved in pigeon racing can get involved in these One Loft races, can't they?
Yeah, it can be a start.
You know, until they start of it. But I think for us lads, for us three, we need to start really pumping it out and get, you know, putting as much as we can on any kind of videos we make. Just put them on this site. You know what I mean? Send them through and we'll get them on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then next week, more people know about this site because it's going on Facebook and that, like it's like social media. Barks, the man behind the scenes, he's going to sort all that out and get it all done. So more people should know that this show's on next week. You know what I mean? Darren Lynch has just come on and put a great idea, Bobby. We all need to sing from the same hymn sheet if we want the sport to continue. That's what I mean. That's Darren. Exactly. That's what we're saying. You know, the problem is, Darren, that people are not talking, and we need to talk because loads of people have got good ideas, but they don't tell anyone.
No, this is what I'm saying. They don't get a chance to voice their opinion. You know what I mean?
Voice it. Whereas on here, listen, we can have 50 people on here talking. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Anything for everybody who's listening and everybody who's watching. If you've got something to say, you don't have to show your face. You can just come on and send a message and ask the questions. And any ideas are good ideas.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But I mean, look at us now. We've been talking for half an hour already.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. You won't believe it, honestly. But I do believe that you know, from this start of this now, I think that this is going to be a good thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think with regarding let's say, for instance, the younger people wanting to join. they say like pigeon racing is an old man sport, this, that, and the other. And obviously, kids are great with technology. And I think this is what I was trying to get to before. Technology is moving on in this game. A lot of it's computerized now. The clocks are computerized. Everything's, like a lot of these new systems now, you without, putting one out there, it's all linked to your pedigree. It's all on your phone. You know what I mean? So kids can be into that, and that's what they're into. It's not like grabbing an old T3 and a thimble. Everything now is electrical, and it can all go on. It can go straight onto the internet. And I think that's
what I mean.
where the kids get involved.
You can raise pigeons now off your phone, can't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
We do on-loft races, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think that's the way it is.
All right, boys. Well, listen, thanks for that tonight.
No problem.
And,
no worries.
Obviously, that was the first show, and hopefully the shows will get longer and we'll get more people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, thanks for your input, lads. And remember, anybody who's listening or anybody who's watching, press that like button and press that subscribe button to the Loft Line, and then, any time anybody wants to come on here, all they've got to do is just send us a message, get in touch, and we'll welcome you with open arms. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And from now on, this show will be on every Sunday at 8:00, and we'll take it from there.
Darren Lynch, you just I've been scratching my head. That must be a nervous scratch, that, Darren.
Yeah, it's because I've made you 2 stars overnight. I know straight away. So thanks a lot, boys. Anyway, so good effort, lads. Looking forward to seeing you next week. So thanks, boys.
Bye.
Thanks a lot, lads.
Brilliant. Cheers.